Hi, this is Donnell Jones. My company name is Candyman Music.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today, man, I got R&B royalty in the house, and he's here to tell us how he is free like a summer breeze, free like a whale that swims the ocean sea. I'm gonna pop my collar 2 times. He's free like a butterfly. He's free
Oh
like
yeah,
a fantasy. You know his music, but he's 100% free right now on this
yeah.
new album. It's his seventh joint. Donnell Jones, how you doing, brother?
What it do? What it do? What it do?
Man, it's about you right now because I was telling people, they said, oh, he took a hiatus. I said, no, he hangs out with Maxwell Sade on that, island, that Malta island hidden, and they just do what they want to do when they want to do it. So tell us what inspired this new album. Did COVID get to you and say, I got to put out some real music? These young boys ain't doing it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It was definitely over the last year. The COVID happened, and we've seen the change in the world per se. So it definitely made me want to write something. We were locked up for quite a bit, and a lot of these countries and a lot of places are still kind of locked down. So, everybody wants to be 100% free, and that means not only from what's going on this pandemic, but also from addictions. You know what I'm saying? All the things that we know we can improve our health and our behavior from.
Now you've overcome, and I've heard you talk about that, and the journalists, they're quick to write about that real quick. When you got over the addiction, was it something did you have to do any type of therapy? Did you have to, go far away, leave the States? Or was it something where you just say, you know what? I got this. I'm just not going to touch that over there. And I'm going to leave that over there. The cigarettes, the weed, the alcohol, I'm going to leave it over there.
I mean, my whole thing was just anything that you may be addicted to. People can be addicted to social media. Some people can be addicted to thinking negative thoughts. Some people can be. I mean, there's so many things that we become addicted to, and half the time we don't even know that we're addicted. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more about just becoming a master of your mind, and that way, when no matter what thought comes there, you'll know that it's just a thought. You don't have to do every thought that comes to your mind. You are the master of it all. So that's what I learned.
And that's what makes your music so real, because my wife, we've seen you live in concert, but I want to fast forward certain parts. When you start talking about, how as Geminis, we all have kind of something on our past. And my wife, she's been with me so many years. She's like, yep, remember that was you. And, and so when you're dealing with, your music, it's real raw music. Do you feel that the industry is ready to support this music? Because we hear a lot of stuff that is fantasy land.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the reason why people have stuck with me and the reason why my fan base is still around is because of the trueness in my music. Most of the stuff that I write about or sing about, I've actually been through. So when I'm singing it, I can give it a different emotion because that's something that I've been through. I think when you sing about things that you actually go through or something that's in your life, I think people can identify with it more because it's not only you. There's a lot of other people out there going through the same thing.
Definitely. I definitely believe that. Now, can you tell the people, since you have taken a break and, you've been able to enjoy your family and just get your own mind right without having to worry about what is said on Twitter, what have you been doing? Have you been writing for other people? Have you, got into acting, plays? What's been going on?
You know what, man? To be honest with you, I just really been here, being a husband and being a father, to my children. Um, and not only that, I had a chance to work with the young brother Jacquees. I did some work on his first album that he came out with. And once I did that, I just felt like what, it's time. I started getting that feeling, that itch, like maybe it's time for you to get back in and make a record. And when I get that feeling, I just go with it and I don't think about it. I just move in that way.
Okay. And has touring been a big part of, where have you gone? We just love to hear the stories of where this music can take you. Where have you gone while you have, come to this point?
I mean, right now there's nowhere I can go because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, everything is still pretty much shut down. There hasn't been a lot of shows or anything like that, and I'm just one of those people that I think the online show stuff is cool. I just don't want to do it because I need to be in front of my fans. I want to touch people. I want to see the reaction from the crowd. I mean, there's just so much energy that's shared when you're in front of the audience that it's kind of hard to recreate that at home doing the show live. So yeah.
Okay, and no verses. We won't see you and Avant or Joe or Usher, who had a cameo in one of your songs. Y'all got to remember that. You know what's up. But no verses battle. Has that tempted you at all?
You know what? Be honest with you, man. I'd love to do verses. It's not up to me though. That's Tim
Swiss.
and Swiss. That's their thing. And if they call me, I definitely consider it. You know what I'm saying? But I'd love to do a show, the show for sure.
Okay, well, let's see, folks. Let's make them an offer they can't refuse and get that going. We need to, make sure we keep the legends legendary, and so these young folks know what this music is when they try to remake it and say, listen to my hit.
Right.
With the new album, I know you're 100% free, meaning you're able. It's you and your label, and you put your own money into this project.
Yeah.
7 songs, I believe. Can you talk about the cost of this album? And did you prefer to do it like this because you didn't want to deal with the majors and have them rape you on the back end, or was it just what was the purpose of saying I don't need a deal?
For me, it's time. It was time for me to do something on my own. My last 2 albums, I had a joint venture with E1, and this particular time around, I just wanted to do it on my own. I feel like um, you know record companies have served their purpose for me. In the beginning, I didn't have any fan base. I've built a fan base. People know who I am at this point, and I really don't feel like why share in revenue with a record company or have them own the rights to my music when I'm writing it, producing it, and singing it. So I just feel like at this point in my life, it's time for me to reap the benefits of my own labor instead of letting somebody else take control over it.
Would you recommend young artists to do that? Because everything seems to be streams and YouTube, and folks can have the equipment. Would you recommend someone right now who's thinking about signing a deal to do it on their own if they have some of the components and a team already? Or would you say sign that deal, use the machine, and then later on go independent?
It's up to the individual, but if it was me, I would not sign a deal. And because these young kids, man, they already have a fan base. A lot of them already have a large following. So why give a record company the rights to your music? You know what I'm saying? When you can have 100% ownership of everything. It just makes sense these days. And the smart ones will listen to this, and that's what they would do. But again, it's not for everybody. Some people need to have a company behind them to push them a little bit more. It's really up to the individual, to be honest with you, because every situation is going to be different.
Oh, Kenya of the South, good friend of both of ours. She had told me, Kenya Sheets, for those who don't know, I got some talking points, and she was talking about the industry was trying to possibly silence you and steal some ideas. Can you talk about that and what that did to you, mentally?
I really don't want to focus on negative things. You know what I'm saying? I would just say that I've been in the business for a long time, and people like myself, the music that we make based on love and based on relationships, makeups and breakups. I feel like the industry definitely has put us on the back burner, and they started promoting more of the younger stuff that's more geared towards promoting drugs and alcoholism, just pushing stuff on our youth. And I think that we really need to like focus on teaching our youth a little bit better habits than the ones that we created. So that's why I would say that we need to do.
Amen to that. And we know amen is, something you heard growing up. Your father, is not just a singer, but a pastor. Have you ever tapped into the gospel realm and said, you know what, I'm gonna come out and do a gospel album, or maybe wrote behind the scenes for somebody?
You know what? Gospel has never been my thing. I always felt like in music, there's so many different ways that you can get to a crowd, or you can affect somebody. I feel like in a lot of ways, the stuff I talk about in my records, it may not be about church, but it's about life. And I think that when you can touch somebody's heart or soul with talking about something that actually really happened, it doesn't matter what genre of music it is. As long as it's touching somebody and somebody's getting something out of it, it's love.
Definitely it's love. And talking about touching someone's soul, I was touched when you went to South Africa about 5 years ago, and Sabona to South Africa. I have to shout that out. But I want to know, were you able to collab? Any plans to go back to the continent and check out, the other 50 plus countries out there?
Oh, for sure, man. Man, when I went to Africa, man, it was amazing, man. I mean, I'm talking about the culture, man. Especially South Africa. I didn't. That's my first time there, and I've been to Nigeria quite a few times, but my first time in South Africa, I was really loving it because I couldn't believe that it looked like America. I mean, it looked like America. They had the beautiful buildings. I mean, you would have thought that you just went like to Detroit, or you just went to, just one of these cities in America. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. So I was really amazed at the progress that has happened in South Africa, man, and I look forward to seeing it in other countries all over the world. Especially in Africa.
Did you get on the motorbike when you were in Nigeria, or did you enjoy the soya? That's two questions in one.
Nah, I didn't get a chance to get on no motorbike. I don't think I would either. I think I'm gonna stay in the car. They got some real crazy driving over there, man. I mean, I don't know how they do it, man, but I mean, they got some real serious bumper to bumper action out there. So I don't think I would do the car thing.
We've seen, recently Steve Harvey and Africa is just on everybody's lips. You can scroll through YouTube. Do you have any collaborations, international collaborations with the artists out there? Because I'm sure they would love to work with you.
At this moment, I don't. They're the young artist out there called Professor. That is a really good brother, man. I mean, we talk a lot. Possibly, I'll be doing some stuff with him. But I'm open to doing whatever, man, with anybody, man. It doesn't matter what genre of music, who they are. I'm just open to being creative with other people. I love doing collaborations, and I just can't wait to start doing that kind of stuff with different artists, man. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's all music, and I don't want to be put in the box.
Definitely. Let's like put that in the atmosphere. He said all genres. So K-pop, if you're listening, you guys already sound like R&B. You might as well come get the real flavor from its original source.
Right.
With all the success that you have had, what is a community give back that you are doing or that you plan to do in the future?
Well, right now, man, when the pandemic started, man, I had somebody had brought to my attention, man, about, child trafficking, missing children, all of those things like that, man. And the numbers that I heard, man, were just incredible, man. Like 800,000 kids per year get abducted. I mean, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I got 6 kids, man. I don't even know what I would think if something happened to one of my kids, man. And for it to be 800,000 kids missing every year, and we're not hearing about this every day on the news, I just thought it was ridiculous, man. I thought that this we should definitely bring awareness to this. And what I want to do for this particular project is 25% of my proceeds from this particular project, I'm going to donate to missingkids.org. And I just really feel like, again, we need to pay more attention to our children, man. Like, because, I mean, 800,000, one kid is enough. But 800,000, that's ridiculous, man. So I really feel like, I want to bring some awareness to this. I think we need to focus on this. And I was kind of blown back that I didn't hear a lot of more artists talking about this, with their platforms as well.
Well, I say, man, when I say legend, also a gentleman, I thank you for coming on and sharing this. I hope all media takes these stories, your story, and, lets this thing go diamond 2 times, because you're just a excellent presentation of what we need. We need more Donnell Joneses, and we'll keep it positive. So I mum's the word on anybody else. I thank you, Donnell, for coming on. You guys like, share, subscribe, be blessed by this game.